That suspicion took center stage in today's episode, when Celia dragged Dylan back to the farm and commanded him to beat a young lad named Robbie, her supposed rat, with a baseball bat. Dylan froze, unable to hurt the terrified boy. While he feared this made him look weak, Celia saw exactly what she wanted. She had set a test, and he'd passed. Rewarding him in her own twisted way, Celia promoted Dylan to a managerial role, expecting him to control her enslaved workers and ordering the brutal Mick to carry out violence on Dylan's behalf. But while Dylan was still reeling, someone unexpected, so watching him from the shadows. Beowulf Joshua Richards. Soon after, Dylan was sent to check on the badly beaten Robbie in the attic and came face to face with Bear himself. The shock was instant. Dylan recognized him immediately, and Bear panicked when Dylan addressed him by his real name, not the alias Ted he'd been forced to use. This marks a huge turning point. Someone from the village now knows Bear never left for a new life. And because Dylan lives with Patty, the danger of the truth exploding has skyrocketed. So where does this dark storyline go from here? 1. Dylan and Bear join forces to destroy Celia. Celia claims she's running a compassionate scheme, helping vulnerable people from the streets, when in reality she's exploiting them for free labor. Now that Dylan has seen Bear, someone who was happy and safe before disappearing, could he finally connect the dots? If the two team up, they might be the first real threat Celia has ever faced. But Bear has a complicated history with escape plans, which leads to the next possibility. 2. Bear refuses to run again. Previously, when slaves Mick and Simo plotted a breakout, Bear helped steal the attic keys only to betray them at the last moment, convinced Ray and Celia were protecting them. If history repeats, Dylan might struggle to convince Bear to leave, even when the chance to return to Patty is right in front of him. Will Bear's loyalty to his captors outweigh his desire to go home? 3. Celia and Ray strike first. We already know Celia soon discovers Bear's real identity. If she and Ray move quickly, they could uncover Dylan and Bear's intentions before the pair even act. And when it comes to shutting down threats, Celia and Ray's methods are terrifyingly unpredictable. 4. Dylan's life hangs in the balance. Dylan knows the rules. Anyone who crosses Celia or Ray pays a brutal price. If they sense he's becoming a liability, he could be next on their hit list. Will he escape before they silence him? 5. Bear never makes it home. If Dylan is stopped before he can warn Patty, Bear remains trapped, hidden in plain sight, only miles from his family. Celia's grip on him could tighten permanently. Could this be the end of Bear's freedom and his chance to return home?